Hello and welcome back to our Arctic winter save here in Out of War. So today I want to start off by going into our store here and investing in a nice new piece of machinery here. So we're going to get ourselves a brand new rock truck, and it is this bad boy here. So this is the one, or the biggest one we currently have, 36 square meter capacity, and this one has 100 square meter, and it's quite expensive there, as you can see, but we're pretty good for cash right now, so let's go ahead and purchase that. Now, so see the scale of this thing, I need to see with my own eyes, because we're going to go ahead here and upgrade this dump deck. Yeah, this dump deck will just not do. Wow, this thing is immense. I was not expecting to be this impressed, really, but this is yeah. Okay, let's go ahead here and park this up. Very nice indeed. But anyway, first things first, we have some improvements to do around here before we can start having a bit of fun with that. So what I'm thinking here is to get a 4-hopper dump deck down. Now here we have one, obviously. So I'll need to go ahead here and dig out some room, and then we'll get to placing this improved dump deck down and seeing what we can do here to make it look decent and efficient, of course. Now we have our existing conveyor line here. I'm hoping that I don't have to play around with this too much, but we'll do our best to make things face correctly here. So I'll get out some explosives now and start making some room here for our new setup. Okay, so we've gone ahead there and blasted a nice little hole with our drain, right? So let's go into our store here and buy a couple of things we need. So we're going to need 3 more hoppers. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to need a couple of conveyors there, a left and a right, to connect that hopper. So we're going to go to factory conveyors. I believe we'll also need an elevator, but let's just get this together first here and make sure it's working. Okay, so I can go ahead and remove this conveyor. Let's get ourselves back out of this hole here and get our hoppers placed down. So I want to connect you to this one, just like that. Okay, so in fact we need to move one grid to the right, I would say, with those hoppers, just to make room for that elevator to connect to our little angle piece there. So if we can get you in here, that one next to it. No, that is not going to work. Interesting. Okay, so let's pick those back up quickly. And if we put our elevator on, did I buy that elevator? I did not. Let's go ahead there and buy that and get it onto our bar. So if we connect this, it should give us a guide there where to place this first hopper. And we can put it down just like that, and the one beside it here. Okay, beautiful. That's exactly what I want. Need to do a little bit more blasting here. Let's get those drainites back out. Need a little bit of room over here to connect our conveyors to hook up those hoppers to each other also. Let's just blast it to hell, why not? Okay, and a little bit more, I would say. There we go, that should do nicely. Okay, let's get this next hopper. Okay, do a small bit more blasting here. So we can connect our angle pieces. We need our left first. A little bit more blasting. And a little bit more probably. Okay, there we go. And let's get our right piece on here. And that is not what I want. So we need another left, I guess. There we go. Where is it? Let's get rid of that right for now. Okay, there we go. Now we want to put these next two hoppers down facing the other way. Or the opposite. So let's get you down here. Let's change the grid build perhaps. And of course it doesn't want to be easy, but that's okay. So let's actually blast a little bit down here and get ourselves a concrete foundation. Change back to snap. Okay, now if we throw down a couple of concrete blocks here, it should be a little bit easier to place down these hoppers. Let's jump out of this hole for now. Okay, just like that, but over. Please. Okay, and back. Okay, I need to remove a couple of blocks here to give myself enough room to maneuver that camera to get this placed. Okay, like this, but just over, please. So let's try snap build, maybe. Yeah, just like that. That is what I'm looking for, exactly. And just like that. Beautiful. So those conveyors should be all hooked up there. Let's give it a quick look over just to make sure. We're going to have to run ourselves a power line down here as well. So let's drop a concrete block here and get ourselves a pylon. Drag those cables up there to my bar. That should do nicely. Okay, it's gonna clip through the ground there, but there's not a lot we can do about that. Yeah, that is fine, I would say. Okay, so we need to get our power input back on here. So we connect to our final one. Or the second to last one that we placed there. Okay, let's go ahead and blow out ourselves a little bit of room. Get out a power cable here. There we go, and we should be able to turn you on now. So okay, that is looking pretty decent, I would say. Okay, so let's go ahead here and start to rebuild our concrete foundation, and we'll get our dump decks down there, of course. Then we will test it out. But I think it looks pretty reasonable. I don't see why it wouldn't work. I hope, at least. Yeah, let's go in here to our store and grab ourselves a bunch more dump decks. Let's 20 more should be loads, hopefully. There we go. Okay, we actually need one more, surprisingly. There we go. That's looking nice and clean there, actually. So let me jump in the machine here and drop some dirt in this just to make sure that it is in fact working. The loader will do nicely. Grab some fuel while we're here. It was full, never mind. Yeah, and you can see there through the dump decks those front two hoppers are working. Very nice. Let's get a load onto the back two here just to make sure that everything is good there. But it should be. A little bit too, but no, I can see it working. It is working. Beautiful. So I'm super happy that that went pretty smooth there. I was expecting to have to move this conveyor system a little bit, to be completely honest. So let's go ahead and have a look at this this rather large rock truck here. So I think I need to actually expand my little concrete foundation base here just to give ourselves a little bit of a room to maneuver there. So I'm probably going to jump into my loader there and start scraping back some of this thick layer of ice that we have surrounding us. So I'll get that, or I will get to that. Okay, so I grabbed my loader there and I cleaned up this place and did a little bit more building there with the concrete, of course. So we have a bit more room to maneuver there, and everything kind of has a little bit of a place, you know. So we ran into a decent streak of coal there. For this map at least, it is by far the most coal I've seen, so I went ahead and grabbed this while I could. We might look at getting more of this, to be honest. It would be nice to get a coal plant set up for power there eventually. Now I did hope to kind of play around with our new rock truck here today, but I don't think it's going to happen. I might leave that one for the next episode. But let's back her up there and get her in position for what I intend to use it for. It is a mighty beast of a thing. And I think that this will make clearing off the top of this hill here quite a lot more efficient. I won't be moving between vehicles so much, and yeah, I'm kind of interested to get a full load in this here, or get a couple of full loads I should say, move through the plant there. So I will use my excavator here if I can get out of this truck. Use my excavator to load it. So let's move you into position also. Yeah, so it will be interesting to see how this goes. I think it will be well, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun, right? But now that we have everything in position, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. Cheers for watching. I do appreciate that. All the best to you.